Everyone, myself Devrata Giri. Today we discuss about the instantaneous speed and instantaneous velocity. So what is instantaneous speed? The speed of an object at a particular point of its path is called instantaneous speed. Suppose a bike is moving in this path. Suppose someone asks what will be the speed of the bike at this point, particular at point P, and this speed will be the instantaneous speed. Then to find the instantaneous speed, consider a small distance or small path length delta x around the point P. Delta x is the small distance, okay, and suppose this is A point and this is B point. The time required to reach the point B from A is, or the time required to cover the small distance delta x is suppose delta t. Then speed is, you know that speed is defined as delta x by delta t. Then if the delta t, if the small time interval delta t tends to 0, tends to 0, that means it approaches to 0, approaches to 0, then we write is limit delta t tends to 0 delta x by delta t, and this is nothing but the instantaneous speed v instantaneous. Means if the delta t tends to 0, that means it will give the speed at a particular point p. This is the instantaneous speed, okay. And the v instantaneous is limit delta t tends to 0 delta x by delta t. This is nothing but the derivative dx by dt, okay. Remember the formula that v instantaneous is dx by dt, means speed at a particular point, okay. Then instantaneous velocity, the velocity of a body at a particular point of its path. The velocity of a body at a particular point of its path is called as instantaneous velocity. Suppose a bike is moving on this path. Suppose I ask you what is the speed, means what is the instantaneous speed at point P. Then like speed, consider a small displacement delta x around the point P, okay. As you all know that displacement is a vector quantity. Suppose A is the initial point here and B is the final point, so displacement direction will be like this, initial to final point, and the time required to cover the delta x is suppose delta t. Then the instantaneous velocity v instantaneous is equal to limit delta t tends to 0 delta x vector, since displacement, it is not distance, it is displacement is a vector quantity, by delta t, and this is nothing but the derivative dx by dt, okay. So v instantaneous is derivative of displacement, okay. Direction of instantaneous velocity at a point is the tangent at that point. Suppose a body is moving in a circular path and someone asks what is the instantaneous velocity at this point, and its direction will be tangent, and here the direction will be tangent, here the direction of instantaneous velocity will be tangent, here tangents, okay. Now suppose a bike travels along this path and it starts from A, suppose, and finally suppose it reaches at point B, okay. So what will be the direction of instantaneous velocity at point B? The direction of instantaneous velocity at point B will be the tangent, means it will be this is the direction of instantaneous velocity. But what is the direction of average velocity? To find the average velocity, you need to calculate the total displacement. A total displacement is nothing but simply join initial and the final point. This is the initial point and this is the final point. And direction of average velocity is along the direction of total displacement, and total displacement is related from initial point to the final point. So this is the V average. This is the direction of V average, and this is the direction of V instantaneous. This is a very important point. Okay, direction of instantaneous speed and the direction of average velocity are different at that point. Okay. Now see the instantaneous speed at the point P. So to find the instantaneous speed or instantaneous velocity, we have to consider a small segment or small distance or displacement, that is delta x. See here, the small displacement is behaves like a straight line, like a straight path. So this the magnitude of displacement is equal to delta x, and that delta x is nothing but the distance, means the displacement magnitude is equal to the distance. Okay, so that's why we can write magnitude of instantaneous velocity is equal to the instantaneous speed. Okay, the magnitude of instantaneous velocity, that is dx by dt vector, equal to magnitude of dx by dt equal to simply dx by dt. This is the instantaneous velocity and this is the instantaneous speed. So instantaneous velocity, magnitude of instantaneous velocity is same as the instantaneous speed. The speedometer of bike gives the instantaneous speed. Suppose let's see an example. Displacement of a particle moving along x-axis is given by x equal to 5t square plus t plus 1 meter. Unit of displacement is meter. And find the instantaneous velocity at time t equal to 1 second. Means at a particular time velocity is asked. That means instantaneous velocity is asked. So v instantaneous, you know, v instantaneous is nothing but the derivative dx by dt. So d by dt of 5t square plus t plus 1, that is equal to 10t plus 1, and v instantaneous at t equal to 1 second is asked. So put t equal to here 1, so 10 into 1 plus 1, that is 11 meter per second is the answer. So velocity at 1 second is 11 meter per second. This is the instantaneous velocity. Then comes to the acceleration. Acceleration is defined as change in velocity by time taken. Means if the velocity changes, if the body speed up or speed down, then the body is said to be in accelerated motion. Suppose the body starts from A with a velocity 10 meter per second. After 2 seconds, the velocity increases to 20 meter per second. Then what is the acceleration here? Acceleration is change in velocity. So change in velocity is 20 minus 10 by time taken to change the velocity is 2 seconds. So that is equal to 20 minus 10 is 10 by 2 is equal to 5 unit. And what is the unit of acceleration? Then unit of acceleration is velocity by time, so meter per second square or centimeter per second square. So in place of unit you can write meter per second square. 5 meter per second square will be acceleration. Means in 1 second speed increases 5 meter per second. So in 2 seconds speed will be increased by 5 into 2, that is 10 meter per second. Okay. Then write the important note. If velocity increases, then acceleration is positive. Second bit. If velocity decreases, then acceleration is said to be negative. The body said to be have negative acceleration. Okay, so let us see the example. uh, Suppose a body has speed 10 meter per second at point A, and after 2 seconds its speed is 30 meter per second. So acceleration is change in velocity, that is 30 minus 20 by time taken to change the speed is 2, that is 10 by 2, that's equal to 5 meter per second square. You see here the acceleration is positive since the speed increases. The speed increases means acceleration is said to be positive. Suppose in example 2, suppose the body has speed at A is 30 km per hour, and after 1 hour the speed decreases to 10 km per hour. Okay, so what is the acceleration is change in velocity. The final velocity 10 minus initial velocity 30, so 10 minus 30 by 1, that is equal to minus 20 kilometer per hour square. So you see here, then acceleration is negative. That means speed decreases. 30 to 10 speed decreases. If the speed decreases, then acceleration is negative, or it is also called deceleration. If the speed increases, then it is said to be the acceleration is positive. Okay. Then uniform acceleration. Acceleration of a body is said to be uniform if its velocity changes by equal amount in equal time interval. For example, suppose a body during its journey covers a point A, B, C, D, crosses the point A, B, C, D, and at the point A, suppose the velocity is 10 meter per second, and after that at point B velocity is 10 meter per second, at C velocity is suppose 30 meter per second, at D velocity changes to 40 meter per second, and time required to reach the point B is suppose 1 second. Here is 1 second, here is also 1 second. You see here that the speed increases, here speed increases from 10 to 20. So change in speed is 20 minus 10, that is 10 in 1 second. So here the change in speed is also 10. Here the change in speed is also 10, means you see that equal change in velocity in equal time interval. Here, so here from A to B the acceleration is 10 meter per second square, from B to C acceleration is also 10 meter per second square, from C to D acceleration is also 10 meter per second square. So the acceleration of the body is said to be uniform, or it is uniform acceleration, or it is called constant acceleration. Okay, then comes to the variable acceleration. Suppose a body during its motion crosses the point A, B, C, D, and the speed changes from 10 to 20 during the journey from A to B, and the time required to reach the B from A is 1 second. Here speed increases from 20 to 40 in 1 second, and here the speed increases from 40 to 10, decreases from 40 to 10 in 1 second. So acceleration will be change in velocity 20 minus 10, that is 10 by 1 second, so 10 meter per second square. Here the acceleration is 40 minus 20, that is 20 by 1, so 20 meter per second square. Acceleration 20 meter per second. From C to D the acceleration is final velocity, change in velocity is 10 minus 40 by 1, that is equal to minus 30 meter per second square. So you see here that the acceleration is different, means here acceleration 10 meter per second square, at 20 meter per second square, there is acceleration 30 meter minus 30 meter per second square. Means the acceleration is said to be variables. That means here the change in velocity is 10, change in velocity is 20, here the change in velocity is 30. Means the body covers uh, unequal change in velocity. Here is 10, 20, 30. Unequal change in velocity in equal time interval. So the acceleration of the body is said to be variable acceleration. Okay. Then come to the instantaneous acceleration. Acceleration at a particular point is called instantaneous accelerations, and it is defined as A instantaneous is delta v, small change in velocity by small change in time, and limit delta t tends to 0. This is the instantaneous acceleration, and this is nothing but the derivative dv by dt. So A instantaneous is simply dv by dt. Then come to an example. Velocity of a particle is, suppose v equal to 3t square plus 5t meter per second. The question is find acceleration at t equal to 1 second, time 1 second. Means acceleration at a particular point is asked. That means indirectly instantaneous acceleration is asked. So A instantaneous is nothing but the derivative dv by dt. So d by dt of v here is 3t square plus 5t. So its derivative is 3 into 2, 6t plus 5. Okay. So A instantaneous at time t equal to 1 second will be 6 into, put t equal to 1 plus 5 is equal to 11 meter per second square. This is the answer. Thank you.